The Queen's Gambit is the latest and greatest Netflix offering, following a chess prodigy as she tramples the competition and grows increasingly reckless in her behavior. The drama earned widespread acclaim for its story, photography, editing, and acting. Speaking of which, let us know the story behind the hit miniseries, and let's see what the show can offer to its audiences. Before we start, if you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoy the content on our video playlist and want to see more, just click subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get the latest updates. The Queen's Gambit makes chess more cinematic than ever. Chess is rarely a subject that the general public finds exciting, especially in movies and TV. Scott Frank and Alan Scott saw that as a challenge and embarked on a journey to turn the board game into an engaging piece of entertainment. In the end, the duo succeeded, and the result is Netflix's The Queen's Gambit, a series that hopes to take chess to the next level on the small screen. The director and writer of every episode of the series, Frank, previously brought the same mix of excitement and methodical cinematic pacing to his Academy Award nominated screenplay for Logan and the Netflix series Godless. But while both of these projects had violent western settings and action set pieces to heighten the adrenaline, The Queen's Gambit is more akin to a sports drama where the action takes place at the height of civilization rather than on its fringes. Regardless, the same attention to engaging filmmaking goes into crafting this story as it unfolds. What is a Queen's Gambit? Queen's Gambit, for those who don't know, the technicality of a chess is a chess move, a chess opening move to be precise. The Queen's Gambit is probably the most popular gambit, and although most games are said to be unsound against perfect play, the Queen's Gambit is said to be the exception. The objective of the Queen's Gambit is to temporarily sacrifice a pawn to gain control of the center of the board. Who is Walter Tevis, and why did he make a book from a chess move? Walter Tevis, the author of the book upon which the Netflix hit is based, spent his life gambling and drinking in pool halls before turning to chess. Tevis was born in San Francisco in 1928 and learned to play chess at the age of 7. When he was 9, he was diagnosed with rheumatic heart and syndrome's chorea and was placed in a convalescent home for a year. While he was committed there, his parents abandoned him and moved to Lexington, Kentucky, where they were originally from. He wrote the book to create an alter self in the form of Beth. Beth Harmon's fictional life mirrors Tevis's own. She becomes addicted to tranquilizers given to her and the other children in order to keep them calm and subdued. The young Tevis was drugged in the convalescent home 3 times daily with phenobarbital. "I loved it," he said of the drug. "That might be one reason I became a drunk." When his family sent him a train ticket to Kentucky, paid for by a family friend, his life changed and made him feel like he had come from outer space. He was beaten up by boys at school. He found little in Lexington to relate to. Harmon too lives in Lexington, and she also has trouble relating to the other kids in her school. While Beth sinks deep into an obsession with chess, Tevis found comfort in a different game. Pool and Lexington pool rooms had rescued him, as he said. Walter Tevis's parents were strict. He had a very castrating mother, and his father was also an alcoholic, but wouldn't admit it, and his mother wouldn't acknowledge the problem. It seemed an odd choice to write about chess, but the writer saw the Queen's Gambit as a fitting addiction to his oeuvre. Many players of both chess and pool are loners, trying to escape from personal problems, he told Chess Life magazine. "I like writing about people who are somewhat outcast from society, highly intelligent, out-of-place characters. I like to write about alienation." About the book reference. The book was based on the 1983 novel. The story focuses primarily on the life and maturation of Elizabeth Harmon, known as Beth to those close to her. Beth is an orphan who was raised in a state home that heavily medicated all of its charges. The young girl found solace in the chess lessons given to her by the home's janitor, who uncovered her wonderkind talent for the game. From there, Beth's talents enter a perilous dance with her addictions as she grows up and makes her way to the world stage. Such a story would typically be perfect for a novel, but somehow, the team behind The Queen's Gambit makes it as engaging on the small screen. Like the show, the novel was widely praised for its technical depiction of chess. Tevis consulted with National Chess Master Bruce Palfadoni when writing the novel to ensure the highest degree of accuracy. Funnily enough, Dini later consulted with the showrunner Scott Frank on the miniseries adaptation. Time setting. The story circulates in the 60s era, beginning mid-1950s and proceeding into the 1960s. The Queen's Gambit spends the majority of the 1960s and features amazing production design and period specificity. The hairstyling and costuming earn particular praise, especially as Beth rises in the ranks and dresses more extravagantly. Although there are some errors during the production, such as the comic book spinning rack showing some 80s and 90s comics, which made fans go crazy throughout the internet, it is still an undeniable fact that the miniseries was a hit on Netflix. Characters, cast and creators. A show, no matter how good the production values, lives and dies by its characters. Even the most intriguing mystery in the world couldn't keep an audience invested if it was filled with unmemorable and boring characters. Luckily, the Queen's Gambit contains a host of great, well-rounded and complex characters, some of whom are more likable than others. Queen Gambit stars include Anya Taylor-Joy, known for her roles in Split, The Witch, The New Mutants, followed by Arla Johnson, who played young Beth, who is known for Invasion and National Treasure, Kiri, 2018. Furthermore, Bill Kemp, who played Mr. Sharbell, is known for support roles from Molly's Game 2017, Vice 2018, Wildlife 2018, and Joker 2019. Other great actors to look forward to, such as Mogus Ingram, Christiane Seidel, Rebecca Root, Chloe Pirret, Akemji Nirfron, Mario Heller, Haley Melling, Patrick Kennedy, Jacob Fortune Lloyd, Thomas Brody Sangster, and Marcin Dorosinski also gave a wonderful performance throughout the miniseries. The series was written and directed by Scott Frank, who also created the series with Alan Scott. The two also served as executive producers alongside William Hallberg. Scott had been involved in attempts to get the book on screen since 1992, when he purchased the screenplay rights from Walter Tevis' widow. The series finally made it on screen on October 23rd, 2020, with 7 episodes instead of the original 6-episode order. Carlos Rafael Rivera composed the series score. Message of the movie. The Queen's Gambit is a portrait of one of these outcasts. Beth Harmon is clearly broken, and chess is helping her put herself back together. I think that most people take up the game of chess in a very serious way if they have personality problems. When they're trying to stay away from something else in life, Tevis told BookBeat, getting rid of some of that anxiety by displacing in something that was relatively safe. Today, 34 years after Walter Tevis died, his fiction feels as true as ever. So much so that the success of the Netflix show has sent so many to their computers to look up whether The Queen's Gambit and Elizabeth Harmon are based on a true story. Some are perhaps disappointed to learn it is a work of fiction, but it isn't that simple. In so many ways, Beth Harmon is the real thing. Tevis' characters, no matter how fantastic or far-fetched, whether they are gamblers or aliens, always feel true. At times, reality has even bent towards his fictions, rather than the other way around. Indeed, The Queen's Gambit was a surprising movie to come out. Who knew a story about passion that circulated around the game of chess could be so interesting and relatable to the people? Have you guys already seen The Queen's Gambit? What are the memorable scenes you want to share about the series? Would you recommend the series to your friends? Please shout it down in the comments and let us know why. And also, if you want to give your family a surprise gift for any special occasion, you can always check out our website and look for creative and adorable gifts. This has been Music Chess, your chess insider, signing out.